30 minutes on the clock. Let's go ahead and bow in. All right, you guys know how this process goes. Let's go ahead and shadow box. We're just warming up the legs. So footwork first, footwork first. It can be very subtle. It could just be right here. You can just be moving up and down, or you can start getting a little bouncy, a little bit of bounce in your step. Boom, okay? Also the rule of movement. See if you can have maybe two things going. So maybe I have my hands moving. Okay, this one stays up by my head, but it can still be kind of moving in front, moving to a side. The other hand should be threatening. It's like a snake's tongue darting in and out. Okay, so I got my feet and my hands moving, or I got my feet and my head. Okay, feet and my head. Good. Good. Good, okay. Let's just start to bring in that lead hand a little bit, okay? Just feel that step, step, stay, add the rear hand in. Just single shots, or maybe double, who cares? You know what? Let's go ahead and just open up, start throwing your kicks. Boom. Yeah, so we're just bringing striking in. Basically, don't turn the dial from 2 to 10. You know, let your body warm up into this. Since I just finished a bunch of my own training, I'm pretty warmed up. So you don't have to keep up with me, okay? You just play. You just play. See, sometimes I drop my hands, just relax my shoulders. Relax my shoulders. Even this, okay? Yeah, I might not fight with my hands down, but this relaxes you. Okay, boom, boom. Yeah, just move. Away. Wow. 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 We're gonna go for about 30 more seconds. Okay. Think of some of the things we've done over the last couple of weeks. Boom. Wow. Start to pull those in. Okay. Wow. Wow. Ha. Wow. Ha. Wow. 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 Ha. Wow. 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 Good. Awesome. Hope you're feeling nice and loose. Okay. So I'm going to try and keep the pace going today. I say that every time, and then I just ramble. Hopefully this won't be as much ramble, although I keep realizing I sometimes forget to mention I have a different YouTube channel. I have to go live on my personal channel, so if you're enjoying these videos, I have a ton more videos on my branded channel, Austin Impact Jeet Kune Do. So this will be my last live video for a while, and hopefully it won't be long and I can start going live on my branded channel. So you may not see me again on my personal channel. If you're enjoying all this Jeet Kune Do stuff, head over to Austin Impact Jeet Kune Do. I got a lot of great stuff for you already in there. Okay, jab feints. So let's just review them. We're playing with timing. First, I throw a jab, boom. Throw a jab, boom. Stutter, ha, boom. There, let's do it again. Jab, wah. Jab, wah. Stutter, wah, aye. One more time. Jab, hi. Jab, hi. Stutter, ha, aye. You don't have to keep up with me either. You know, just go at your own pace. Try and get 3, but if you only get 1, that's okay. All right, now it's add a cross to the end of it. So you'll go jab, jab, stutter, jab, cross, okay? So we're messing with the person's timing. Jab, wait, jab, wait, stutter, jab, cross, ha, ha, hi. Okay, you might move on the stutter and the jab, or you might move on the stutter and then stationary on the jab. Your choice. So again, jab, whoosh, jab, whoosh, stutter, jab, cross, Ha, ha, ha. One more time for me. Jab, hey. Jab, hey. Stutter, jab, cross. Ha, ha, ha. Good. Okay, and next one, we're going to feint high, hit low. So I go jab, hey. Jab, hey. Now I'm going to throw junk. I lift my hand up high, boom, drop that cross into a body. Here we go. High, high. So I drop my body, use my body weight, drop it in. Jab, high. Jab, high. Fake high, hit low. Here we go. High, high. One more time for me. Jab, jab. Fake high, hit low. Jab, boom. Good, okay. Now it's out of shovel hook. So we just hit the body. We're already down here. Let's come up with that body hook. Again, usually when I use this feint, I like to go orthodox. So my body hook hits the liver. But, doesn't hurt. Doesn't feel good to get hit in the body on either side. So here we go. I'll do it southpaw with y'all. So jab, jab, fake high, hit low, and then shovel hook on the way up. High, I say. Again. Ha. High. Fake high, hit low. High, I say. One more. Right. Right. Fake high, hit low. High, I say. Beautiful. We're cruising, guys. Okay, last one. Now, question mark hook. So question mark kick goes whoop, whoop. So this is often called a question mark hook because like the kick, it goes up and then circles. Okay, so you can do it high from the inside line to the outside line, but I like to go low, high. Partly just so we play with, we've done breaking up timing with a feinted jab. We've gone high to low with a feint. We need something to go low to high just to play with options. The other reason though I like it is because when I'm down here, I can use the whole power of my legs like I'm doing a squat into that hook. That is the power of the god Zeus himself. Boom, into that hook. Not just boop there. Not that, that boop can be pretty hard. But how about a big mother effing boop? All right, you get what I'm saying? So we're gonna get our legs involved in that. So jab to the body. I wanna lower my body, get my head offline. It's like I'm preemptively slipping, okay? So I don't wanna punch like this. Head is off the center line. Like I'm bending down, grabbing something on the floor. Here we go, jab, hey. Jab, hey. All right, fake low, hit high, here we go. Bah. This so Bruce Lee called it progressive indirect attack. The progressive means that's always going forward. I'm not going wah, wah. It's whoop. The line is always forward. It's just traveling an indirect path to the target. So it's progressive indirect attack. All right, that was one. Here we go. Body jab. Hey. Two. Hey. Fake low, hit high. Hey. Let's do one more. Hey. Hey. And here we go. Hey. Good. Okay, now let's add an up to it. So I just hit here. When I go down and I hit this hook, okay, let's, you can see this line right here. My feet are, so right now the line is on my center line. It's right above my chin. It would be right above my opponent's chin. When I go low, when I circle high, I can scoot out. See that? So now both my feet are on the on one side of this line. That his chin is now lined up with my back shoulder. That uppercut goes right up that guard, zoop, like this. And because it's lined up with my shoulder, it's right in line with what we call the power line. Power line is straight line from my shoulder, from my foot, all the way up my hip, my shoulder, my fist, and into the target. So instead of me being here and kind of going offline, I'm lining up here and get it. If you want to test this out, if you've got a heavy bag, center the bag in front of you, throw your cross right in the middle, and then line your back foot up with the center of the bag and throw it straight down from your fist, shoulder, down your foot. That's a direct line of power. You'll get more power on that. So when we do that uppercut, we can shift out a little bit. Whoa. However, if the footwork's confusing you, don't worry about it. Just stand up into it. That still works. Okay, let's get started. I kind of forgot where we're at. So low, hey, low, hey. Now here we go. Drift that shot up. High, wah. Low, high, low, high, high, high. Bonus points if you make sound effects like me. Or even bigger bonus points if you're out there going, wah. All right, one more. Hey, 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 hey. My instructor used to walk around the room and I'd be over there making, or I don't know, whatever. Anyway, he'd come up to me and start going, biff, pow, zoing. Which is a Batman reference if you're old enough to know. Anyway, he used to make fun of my sound effects. Okay, awesome work, guys. So keep those in your back pocket. You've got 3 jab feints. Jabs are probably the easiest punch to feint because it's the most common punch, so people expect it a lot. And it requires the least amount of commitment, so you can usually attach anything else to it. Compare that to, like, say, a cross feint. If I feint the cross, I do have some options. I could hook, but like, let's say I wanted to do a rear uppercut. I've got to then go really fast to be able to be fast enough to fake somebody out and be able to go through the line and hit the person with that uppercut. It's just so much movement. A jab, though, is very easy to fake and then go into a different line. So I can fake and then uppercut very easily, fake, hook very easily. You can pretty much, any technique you have that you can do after a jab, you can usually land it faking the jab and then going. So keep that one. Okay, let's go to kicks. Full round kicks. So first we'll start low and we'll just pendulum, but you don't have to. If you've got room, you can kick and drop forward if you want. Either way, I'm just going pendulum so that I don't, end up off camera. Okay, so 1, kick and back. 2, kick and back. Now the double kick. So low, high. So think of like you're flicking your shoe off. 3, whop, boom. Just try and get their attention down. All right, we're gonna do 4 more of those. 1, bop, good. 2, whop, and 3, bop, ba, good. All right, here's the third one. 1, 2, low, high, bop, ba. Try and kick your butt in between so you get some whipping power as opposed to just kind of putting your leg up there. All right, 4, 1, 2, low, high, wah, wah. And last set. Here we go. 1, 2, low, high, boom. Okay, inverted round kick. So, inverted round kick. I go here, right? This is the one where we need to open up our hips. Try and get your foot like you're trying to play hacky sack. Don't just make it a crescent kick. So, we'll do 5 of these. So make it a 1-2 motion, or if you just try and go right into a kick, make it more of like a crescent kick or like a goofy looking kick. You need some whipping power. I told you Bruce Lee dislocated somebody's arm with this kick when they told him they didn't believe there was any power. Bruce Lee had him hold the mitt and Bruce Lee went whap, dislocated the guy. Is not a southpaw, meaning he probably has his left leg in front. In boxing and in martial arts, they call that an orthodox stance. When you have your left foot in front, it's called orthodox because it's the most common. It's the orthodox way. So most people are going to look like this, okay? And we are like this. It's going to create kind of what can sometimes be called a mirrored stance because it's like you're looking in a mirror. It's like our front feet are kind of like touching. I'm touching his with mine, not in any creepy way, although it can get creepy if you want to. But anyway, not in a creepy way, but my foot and his foot are closest, and then his back foot and my back foot are farthest away. So it's like we're in a mirror. So when he jabs at me, his jab's gonna be really close. I'm gonna pull, okay? Pull, and then when that cross comes, he's extending out, okay? So it would look like this. The liver is just begging for a toe to go right between the ribs. When they're punching, the ribs go like that. If you think of ribs as like shingles on a house, when they punch, those shingles separate, and you want your toe to go boom right in between those ribs. So here we go. So we pull, and then inverted round kick, okay? Pull, inverted round kick. Pull against the jab, intercept the cross. Okay, we'll do 3 more. I'm gonna go a little bit faster, but go at the pace that makes sense to you. 1, 2. It starts to combine into one movement. 1, 2. I like the name pull because it's almost like if you're fishing and you're kind of setting the bait, setting the lure. I don't go fishing very much. Setting the lure, is that it? Setting the hook? Anyway, you're like, so it's like I'm trying to get that guy to reach to try and hit me. So I pull, whop, good. Okay, so that's draw and then intercept with that inverted round kick. Okay, we're cruising through. This is my last one, so I know I can't just go, well, we'll get to next, something next time. Okay, 4 corner parries. So, straight punch is coming in. Now, in this version, we are just going to imagine that they're the same lead as us. So southpaw, if you are southpaw, foot in front. It doesn't have to be that. A person could be here and throwing a rear hook. So honestly, ignore what I just said. I like to imagine somebody's in the same lead as me on this one. But when that straight comes, I parry over my shoulder, boom, lead straight. So here we go. 1, boom. Now, hooks comes around. I'm gonna catch on my arm as I intercept with my lead straight. 2, boom. Now a punch comes straight at my body. 3, boom, and then now shovel hook. 4, okay, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are our 4 corner parries. Now let's add a cross to each one. The exception being on this one, we're gonna go right into the uppercut. Somebody shovel hooking, usually their head is down here. If they're just doing this, then I don't think you really have to worry about them. They don't know how to throw a punch. So if they're going like this, then right here, boom, there's my uppercut. Everything else, we'll throw the cross. I like to almost chop it in. Wow, like that. At least on that one. Okay, here we go. 1, ha, ay. 2, ha, ay. 3, ha, ay. And 4, ha, ay. All right, again. 1, ha, ay. 2, ha, ay. 3, ha, ay. And 4, ha, ay. Oh, my bad. Ha, uppercut. Let's get one more. And you notice when I do this one, I go low because I'm assuming that they're down here. Okay, all right, one more time. 1, hey, I forgot to add the cross. Hey, hey. 2, hey. 3, hey. And 4, hey. Good, okay, now we're going to parry and intercept, and then we're gonna imagine maybe that stuns them, they move back. We're gonna chase them back with a jab cross. Okay, so we hit our shot and then jab cross. Let's do it. 1, ha, ha, ha. 2, ha, ha, ha. 3, ha, ha, ha. And 4, ha, ha, ha. I'll go sideways. 1, ha, ha, ha. 2, ha, ha, ha. 3, ha, ha, ha. And 4, ha, ha, ha. And one more time. 1, ha, ha, ha. 2, ha, ha, ha. 3, ha, ha, ha. And 4, ha, ha, ha. Okay, oblique kicks. All right, let's review the oblique kick. So remember, I'm here, my hip stays back, I lift and I stomp. Let's do 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. If I'm using it as a feint, sometimes I want to gather momentum. I swing it like I'm kicking dirt at them. Let's do 3 of those. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Okay, first one, question mark kick. You know what, I'll do it facing the camera. So I'm here, I come up, and right at the top, when I can't go anymore, I let my foot go light. Remember that Mario jump, okay? Right there. So my foot goes light, I flip it over. So it's one continuous movement. It's not, I let my foot go light and I flip it over at the end. Ready? All right, 2 oblique kicks and then the feint. 1, 2, 1. And here goes question mark. 3, hot, way. 1, way. 2, way. 3, hot, way. Good. You could also feint high, hit the oblique kick. Okay? Let's do that on this one. 1, hot, way. 2, hot, way. 3, hot, way. Good. Okay. The next one, Superman punch. I'm going to actually do it facing this way. Just, well, you know what? I don't need this. Skadoosh. Okay. So, I hope that was on camera. If I zoomed in too close for this video, then you don't know what I just did. So, I just said skadoosh. Anyway, so here I'm going to use that to pull me into that punch. All right, and I'm throwing across. If you know how to do an overhand, that's how we would do it. Wah, wah. So you get full, you get like as maximum, ultra, super, mega power when you do it with overhand. Okay, so, but I'm just gonna do it with the cross because we haven't gone over the overhand. So here we go. 1, ba. 2, ba. Now we fake it. 3, hot, way. There. You kick this leg back. So this leg does this little 1, 2, okay? So same leg goes forward and back. Don't do like this, okay? It goes swing, swing. All right, here we go again. 1, ba. 2, hot, 3, hot, way. Right there, okay? And after you hit there, since you're on one leg, it's a great time to swivel out and kick, or step up and knee if you want to add something at the end. Anyway, one more. 1, hot, 2, and Superman. Hot, 3. You try to get their attention low, boom, come up over the top. Now we're adding a new one. This one you see in the Way of the Dragon against Chuck Norris, also known as Return of the Dragon. Okay, it has 2 different titles. So this one, we're going to use this to swing up into essentially a jump kick. It's called a scissor kick. Okay, so since this one's new, we'll do it 6 times. I'll do facing sideways and facing, no, I like doing them all sideways actually. We'll do it 5 times sideways. So we're gonna go, it's gonna look like this. Wah, boom, like that, okay? All right, here we go. So first, real oblique. 1, ba. 2, ba. Now the scissor kick. 3, wah, boom. Okay, and that could go in the solar plexus. Doesn't have to go up to the head. All right. 1, wah. 2, wah. And scissor kick. 3, wah, wah. And 1, ha. 2, ha, ha. And 3, ha, way. 2 more times. 1, ha, ha. 2, ha, ha. 3, ha, way. And last one. 1, ha, ha. 2, ha, ha. 3, ha, way. Ta-da! All right. Woo, okay. Knee lift feint. So we got 3 different kind of knee lift feints. So a knee lift feint just means it's like I'm faking the kick. We could actually make a 4th. You could lift the leg almost straight up like a kick. And that's a knee lift, but my leg is more extended. In these though, we're gonna lift our knee straight up like this. Okay, it can also be done off the back leg. So the first one we're gonna do, the first knee lift, is I'm gonna slide up just like this. Okay, so let's say maybe I've thrown a front kick, boom, or even a round kick. Okay, now I'm just gonna slide up. For this, I don't want to let my hip turn over here because I want to, boom. If you think of like I have a baseball bat, I want it resting on this shoulder, okay? So when I throw my lead straight, boom. If I let my hip move over, now it's like the bat's on this side. Maybe that would work for a back fist. Well, boom. Or maybe it'll work for something else I got for you a little later. Okay. All right, so here we go. So knee lift, so we'll do 2 kicks. So 1, these could be front kicks or round kicks. 2, all right, knee lift into lead straight. 3, hot, way. All right, 1, 2, and 3, hot, way. 3, 1, 2, knee lift, hot, way. I almost like stomp down to drive that hip. Stomp down to drive that hip. All right, let's do 2 more. 1, 2, knee lift, hot, way. 1 more time for me. 1, way. 2, way. And 3, hot, way. Good, okay. Now the next one, we're gonna use that slide. You know when we did that sliding side kick or hopping side kick, where my leg just comes up off the ground and then or push shuffle. I call it different things because it kind of works, it can go by different names. So I'm using a push shuffle, but with my side kick. Well, in this case, I'm going to do it with a knee lift. So I'm gonna go whop. I wanna almost think of like scooping my leg. I almost like pull myself forward. I'm gonna exaggerate it, but it's almost like I'm going like that. In fact, that was one of the ways we used to warm up for it, is we do this. We go boom, boom, down the floor, okay? So, let's go, we'll do a front kick. So we call this a teep. It's a front thrust kick because we do have a strong Muay Thai our gym. We have Jeet Kune Do and Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, our 3 main arts. We just call our front thrust kick a teep because that's what they call in Thai. And it's a little bit faster to say than front thrust kick. I always like short so that I can call things out fast when I'm holding pads. So let's make that a teep. So we're gonna hop and teep. So we just go 1. Okay, remember your front foot comes up first and then you push shuffle. Okay, 2, way. All right, now watch me and then you try it. 3, whop. Now, usually when I do that, when they realize that I'm not actually kicking, but instead I'm closing the gap, because I do this, I get weirdly close with them. I get in their business. A lot of times what they do is they shell up, because this is actually a good one and we're not gonna practice it, but you should practice it. Hot, jab, cross. That's a great one. So if I go teep, and then I go fake the teep, jab, cross, now they're used to thinking, oh, if he fakes, he comes in with punches. So then I really close, they shell up. I pin their hands, I trap them. I put my palms right here so that they're just kind of like stuck, pinned right here, okay? And then I knee them in the tummy, in the solar plexus or the liver. Actually, the liver, you put people down with that. So, I mean, not in sparring, you don't want to try to, but it doesn't take much, so it happens sometimes. So I'll leave it up to you though. You could do jab cross if you don't like the knee. We gotta do one of them anyway. All right, here we go. So teep, 1, teep, 2. All right, now we're doing the knee lift feint, and either give me jab cross or give me trap and knee. 3, way. Good. 3 more. 1, way. 2, way. I gotta keep an eye on time. We're already past the 30 minutes. 3, way. 2 more. 1, way. 2, way. And 3, way. And last one. 1, way. 2, way. And 3, way. Awesome, guys. Last one that I want to do. So now we're going to do a knee lift feint where we load the bat on this shoulder. So I go boom, like that. Okay? They see that? They expect a side kick. Now, a lot of times, so I want you to picture somebody comes at you with a side kick here. Okay? So your best exit is this way. Okay? I'm here. If you block it, you're going to push me this way. Okay? If you go this way, you're going into what's sometimes referred to as the power side, because I can, it's the back side, so I can generate the most power. So most people will angle out naturally to what's sometimes called the dead side. It's the front side. Okay? Now in boxing, these terms come from boxing because you're only allowed to hit a person with the front of your gloves, so you don't get any spinning things. You're not allowed to spinning back fist. You've never seen a spinning back fist in boxing. Okay? So if somebody gets on this side, I don't have anything, maybe a hook, but I don't have anything until I can square back up. So they call that the dead side. We do have spinny stuff. So we're going to use that. We're going to fake here. Assuming the person's starting to go this way, then I want you to either spinning back kick, that's my favorite. You have to be very careful with this in sparring because I've broken 2 people's ribs and I've had my ribs broken by it. Now that's over a course of a lifetime of training. So, I'm not trying to hurt people, but it sometimes happens. Or you can swing and do what's called a sweep kick, sometimes called a wheel kick, okay? Not a fake kick, a wheel kick. Anyway, so what it looks like is this. I go, whoom, you're expecting a side kick, skadoosh. And usually I'm putting it off to the side because the person's trying to move off. All right, so let's do it. So we'll go side kick first. So push, shuffle, side kick. 1, boom. 2, boom. All right, now here we go. Knee lift feint. 3, whop. All right. 1, whop. 2, oh, well, I'm messing up. Let's do that again. I got to actually throw the freaking kick. 1. My mind's elsewhere because we are so far over. I've got an appointment in about 20 minutes, so I'm just like making sure I get home in time. So 2, boom. And that's what I get for letting my mind wander. All right, here we go. 3, whoa. There. 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Way. I'm going to turn them into sweep kicks now. But you do whichever one you like. 1, way. 2, way. And 3, way. Last one. 1, way. 2, way. And 3, way. Sweet. Okay. We're going to shadow box using our feints and draws. I don't know. We'll do it for 1 minute. We don't really have a lot of time left. So we're just going to do 1 minute. Here we go. So shadow box, but I want you to really fake things. And you don't even have to do the ones we did. See, one of my favorites, I fake like I'm throwing a hook. Whop, boom, cross right down the middle. Person goes like this, skadunk. So you do whatever you like. Whop, boom, mix and match. All the feint is, you act like you're going into one window and you go into another. Okay? Ha, wah. Okay? I like to feint low, hit that uppercut, especially when we're doing MMA sparring, because people expect a takedown. Whop. They go to sprawl and the uppercut. So just anything you want. But it does kind of make sense that you should practice the ones we just went over a bunch as well. So do try and do try and work those in. Okay? Or you draw out, my lead hand's low, person punches. Oh, okay. They throw a jab cross. Whop, bah. Okay. Now they throw, I anticipate, boom, drop them with my inverted. All right. Stomp the knee, he moves back, wah! Okay, now, power shots to the middle. I'm kind of combining rounds. We're gonna do that for one round. You know what, let's keep going. I can make it home in time. All right, let's keep shadow boxing, okay? So feint low, now you see what we're gonna be doing last. We're gonna finish with that power bump blast drill. So fake low, hit high. You do whatever you want though. I'm gonna stop talking because that might be distracting you. Wow. You can compound, I said I'm gonna stop talking, but I'm not. You can compound feints. Feint low, feint high, and then make your real shot too, all right? Whoosh. Whoosh, whoosh. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Whoosh, whoosh. 10 more seconds. Hand time, okay. Now let's finish with power bump blast. All right, so here we go. Rotate the hips. Rotate the hips. Okay? Feel how your body pulls your arms. Doing this for 3 minutes. Okay, let's bump it up. Cherry pickers. 20 seconds. Come right back to your eye level. Try and touch right by your eyes. All right, shoe shine. Swing those shoulders up. Power shots. Make sure your feet are pivoting. All right, cherry pickers. 20 seconds. All right, get ready and shoe shine. And power shots. Last minute. We're almost there, guys. All right, here we go, cherry pickers. This is it. We're down to 20 seconds left, and then we're done. Possibly never to see each other again. It's gonna be everything you got. Ready, shoe shine. With that said, if you don't want this to be the end of us, feel like I bonded with you. If you don't want this to be the end of us, go over to my other channel, Austin Impact Jeet Kune Do, and subscribe. And it doesn't have to be. I'm very good to you on there. Also, I'm playing with ideas for additional training. I wanted to do this one with no bags included to help get you up and going, but I'm playing with entire training sessions based around the heavy bag and maybe some other things, but I figure I can count on most people who are dedicated to this to try and find some form of a heavy bag to use. So, you know, I said, I'm not saying if you don't have a bag that you're not dedicated. It's just, it's hard to stick only with shadowboxing for most people. So I'd like to continue this. If you'll have me, I'd like to continue our relationship. So go over to the other channel, subscribe, make me happy, help me get to 1,000 viewers so then I can go live on there whenever I want. And let me know if you'd be interested in keeping this train going and keep on training with me. Awesome, guys. Bye, bye, bye. Oh, gotta bow out. Cool.